So, $117.70 later, a Little Blue 2 is back in business. It turns out that the dripping coolant issue was not, I repeat, not the, we're out of focus here. It was not the water pump. It's just simply a hose. Yeah. The hose had oil and grease and stuff drip on it so much it kind of wore through it and sprung a leak. So they cleaned all that out, replaced it, and at this point the car appears to be working. I did learn of some issues with the vehicle. He says my left fan doesn't come on at all. So the left fan is not working, the left radiator fan. And also he did look at the air conditioning system, and it turns out that the AC he thinks is doesn't work due to an electrical issue. He thinks either the temperature sensor isn't working correctly, high-low. I don't know how that all works. So he thinks the temperature sensor isn't working, or a switch or something is not working correctly, and that's why the system doesn't seem to be cooling down. So I'm just happy that the cost wasn't like what I thought it would be initially and what they thought it would be, which was about $250 or so. That the cost was actually I don't know if you can say affordable. You know, it obviously is a dent in my wallet, but half or more than half the price of what I thought I would pay. And so that was very good. I highly recommend Express Tech, or let me see what the name is. The company is Express Tech Auto Repair in Palm Bay, just located off Babcock Road. They don't overcharge, and they try to repair just what you need to repair. It's not like some of these places that you bring something in, you know, like this hose here, and they say, well, you got to replace your whole system here, and end up costing a couple $1,000s. It almost seems like almost any other mechanic you take your vehicle to, they want like $800 to $1,000 to fix anything. So having the mechanic tell me that the thing was $117, that was a treat. And the vehicle seems to be running smoothly again. I have to double check everything here with the inverted cooking and everything else, but right now I think everything is good. He did clean out the engine, which I'm a little concerned about, because he said he greased it and cleaned it out, but I'm like, oh, I hope it doesn't lose oil like crazy now, because, you know, maybe it was the dirt and goop and oil and stuff that was holding everything in. So he said, but it was so much of it was all over the hose that the hose was shot. So if I had been able to diagnose this and fix it myself, probably could have done for about $20, $30. But, you know, anyone who's ever tried to repair anything, including vehicles and stuff, know that the money isn't really spent on actually the repair. It's diagnosing the correct problem and, you know, being able to fix it, getting access to it and having the tools and knowing what you're doing. If I tried to do it, probably, one, I would have had to find a place where I could crawl up underneath. Two, I would have had to know exactly what I was looking for and where to look. I know a lot of viewers on here are a lot more mechanically inclined than I am, so just a heads up, I really did truly believe it was the water pump, because it was basically raining. You know, you saw the water just dripping out like that and flowing down, so it felt like it was raining. And it turned out to be something cheap and simple, like a hose. So keep that in mind. Maybe it'll save you $100 or so, or $90 when you go to do a repair like this yourself, which I'm sure some of you have done. And some of you will say, I told you so. But I'm just glad it's not the water pump. Blue is still hanging on. And and I'm very happy. So I want to thank all of you who were sending kind thoughts and positive vibes and energy this way and praying for me and the situation. I'm able to get back to work and get things done. The other thing I wanted to point out is about work. You know, I told you the other day they were messing with my schedule again, so I kind of had to draw the line. And I filled out this form that Walmart has called your true availability form, and it has the days and hours you're available to work. Because see, otherwise Walmart can schedule you at any hour of the day pretty much, and could even schedule you for as low as like 3 or 4 hours to come into work and spread that over 5 days. Now if you had like 3 hours a day and 5 days a week, that's only 15 hours. Or they might do 4 hours. That would give you 20, what is it? 4 times 5 would be 20 hours for the entire week. Then you couldn't take a second job somewhere else. So that became an issue because, you know, I can go back to Spherian, the temp agency, and they have jobs that are like 40 hours. So I basically went and told them, look, you know, I left the other job because I thought I would get like full-time or stability on the side here. So I hadn't been going into Spherian, and I kind of let that job go that I could have gotten a job at possibly at the Space Coast Stadium. But they're messing with my hours, and of course the assistant manager said to me, well, that's the store manager or someone higher up than him that has to make the decision to make me full-time. He doesn't have that power. And I said, well, if you can't do anything about my hours, you know, I'm going to give you this. And then I gave him the list, which basically said that I was only available to work Monday through Friday from 4 to 10 p.m. I mean, not 4 to 10 p.m., from 6 to 10 p.m. And the reason I came up with that schedule was so that I could take a regular job throughout the day, you know, work from 7 to 4 or 8 till 5, and then go into work at Walmart and work 2 jobs. Treat the Walmart job as a secondary job where I'm not going to give it priority. And that way I don't have to mess with them in the hours. And he basically said to me, well, when they hire people based on the availability that they had listed on their work. And if they're not able to meet those open, basically they only hire you if you say you're available to work 7 days a week, any hour of the day or night. Otherwise they're not even going to call you in for an interview. But essentially, what he said was, if I can't have the open flexibility or availability that I listed, then he won't be able to use me. I said, okay, then I guess you can take me off the schedule, you know, 2 weeks from now, which is when the messed up hours started. So he removed me from that schedule, and then he came back with me and said, well, if I'm able to get you more hours, would you, you know, be willing to stay? As long as, you know, he can't give me all the days off that I would want, like every weekend, you know, but he could give me, like, try to give me every other weekend, or try to at least get some of those days off on the weekends. Because those are important to me due to visitation with my children. And those of you who have been watching this channel from the beginning know the importance of that and why I've even bothered to stay here in Florida and in America. It has to do with visitation and my children. I'm not going to leave them until they're, you know, stabilized, and I'm sure they're going to be safe. Which is starting to happen. I mean, stuff with my ex is finally starting to subdue, although every once in a while there's a flare-up. But for the most part, you know, we're getting some kind of normalcy here, and I'm hoping that it stabilizes. And as long as I keep making child support, the ex-wife is kind of staying low, and, you know, not creating too much of a hassle with me seeing the children. So he's going to try to increase my hours. We'll see what happens. I need a minimum of 32 hours because when I drop below 32 hours, just paying child support and the arrears and the student loans leaves me with nothing to live off. Even right now, it's kind of a struggle, but we're doing okay with YouTube. And I've got a plan, actually, to potentially increase YouTube earnings. So we might try to launch that. So stay tuned for an announcement on that coming up very soon. I think it'll make a nice thing to kick off when we hit 10,000 subscribers. You know, little did I know, what, 2.5 years ago, that this channel would actually even have more than 100 people subscribing. It's not set up as any sort of business or anything, or even any plans to really do anything with it other than to share with people how I built out a minivan for $300 to convert it into a camper. So you can go camping with it and possibly stealth camping in a city, you know, for survival. I didn't intend this channel to become a personal vlog about my life and all my trials and everything that's happened here, and all the issues that one encounters while living in a van. But that's what the channel has become, and you know, things have a way of growing on their own and becoming what they become. But anyhow, we will save that for another episode where I make the announcement, a very big announcement about the 10,000 subscriber or 10K subscriber special. I'm going to start a whole new series that will hopefully be beneficial to viewers of this channel as well as the channel itself. In the meantime, I want to thank everybody for all the likes, shares, and comments that you've left. Also want to thank all of you who are letting the videos play, because you know that's how I make revenue income from YouTube. And for the people who have been signing on as patrons, we have a few people that is helping me a lot with gas money and even stuff like this, the repair of the vehicle. I do appreciate it. I am planning on running some more patron videos. I know they've been on hold because things have been a little bit crazy on this end with everything that's been going on. But look forward to those videos, patrons. And I'll be running some of the patron videos, maybe selected clips here on the regular channel. For those of you who are wondering what kind of videos are on there, they are actually stuff that are not really van related. They're kind of van related, kind of situational related, but not really. It's more of an in-depth personal view into Denoy's world, you know, when he's not in the van sitting in a Walmart parking lot getting ready to go look around and see what goodies I can buy. Walmart is giving me a one-time use 25% discount card. Well, actually, it's not 25%. It's 15% discount. But I can use it in addition to my 10% discount. It has to be used today or tomorrow. I'm going to use it tomorrow. But I'm planning on buying some tires as well as some other goodies. I'm going to buy 2 tires for the van as well as some other goodies for myself and my family. So 25% off is pretty good. Pretty much on anything in the store, but it's only good for one-time use. The reason they did that was, you know, the employees had to work on Black Friday, so we didn't get to go shopping or get any of those special Black Friday deals, which could have been as much as 50 or 60% off regular retail price. But we get 25% on anything. So it's really 15% plus the 10% that you normally get as an employee. So it's 25% total, but I'll take it, especially for stuff like tires, which can be very expensive. So I'll get 2 new tires. The leaking fluid has just been fixed, so blue is looking pretty good. Thank you all again for your prayers. Please take care. God bless you. Remember to give the video a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and if you have internet at home and feel like helping me out, let the videos run. And if you enjoy the ads, make sure you interact with them, because I get paid extra when people click and respond to ads and things like that. So take care, everyone. God bless you all. Bye-bye now.